The role of nutrition in senior leg health, diet tips. Part 1. Why senior legs weaken, and how nutrition plays a role. Let me take you back to a quiet morning in my clinic. Some years ago, an older gentleman named Harold walked in, or rather, shuffled in. He was in his mid-70s, once a proud hiker and avid gardener. But that day, he told me, "Doc, I don't trust my legs anymore. They feel like strangers beneath me." This wasn't the first time I had heard those words. It won't be the last. So let's talk about it. The unspoken reality. Your legs don't just give out. As we age, many people assume weak legs are simply part of getting older and inevitable decline. But that's only half the truth. Yes, time takes its toll, but it doesn't take your strength away overnight. The decline is gradual and, more importantly, influenced by your choices, especially what you eat. When Harold and I began reviewing his lifestyle, one thing became clear. His diet had changed drastically in retirement. Convenience foods, skipping meals, not feeling hungry in the mornings, it all added up. He was eating less, and what he did eat had fewer nutrients. His legs weren't failing him, they were starving. Muscle loss, sarcopenia, the silent muscle thief. By age 50, most of us begin to lose about 1% of our muscle mass per year. That might sound small, but after a decade, that's 10% of the strength you once had. And unlike fat loss, muscle loss sneaks up without much warning. It starts with fatigue going upstairs, trouble standing from a chair, or losing balance while walking. Sarcopenia is the medical term for this muscle decline. It isn't just about not being able to run marathons anymore. It's about losing the ability to carry groceries, get out of bed, or walk across the room without fear. Now here's the good news. While sarcopenia is common, it's not inevitable. The nutrition link. Fueling the muscles you want to keep. Muscles are like engines. They need the right fuel to stay strong. That fuel includes protein, essential for rebuilding and maintaining muscle mass. Seniors often don't eat enough of it. Vitamin D helps with calcium absorption and muscle strength. Low levels are linked with falls and weakness. Vitamin B12, critical for nerve health. Deficiency can cause tingling, poor balance, and leg weakness. Magnesium and potassium. These minerals support muscle contractions and prevent cramps. When you don't get enough of these nutrients, your muscles don't just slow down, they begin to atrophy. And that's exactly what happened to Harold. He wasn't eating poorly in the sense of junk food. He was simply under-eating, and not getting enough variety. Toast and coffee in the morning, a sandwich at lunch, soup from a can for dinner. It sounds harmless until you realize he was getting less than 50 grams of protein a day. Circulation and nerve signals, the unsung heroes. But there's more to leg strength than just muscle. Good blood flow keeps your legs supplied with oxygen and nutrients. And healthy nerves tell your muscles when to contract, move, and stabilize you. Both of these systems rely on proper nutrition. Poor circulation is often linked to low nitric oxide levels and arterial stiffness. Certain foods, like beets, leafy greens, and berries, can improve this. Nerve damage or weakness, common in diabetics, can worsen leg control. Here, B12, omega-3s, and antioxidants play a big role. One of my patients, Gloria, found herself tripping frequently despite having decent muscle tone. Her labs showed a severe B12 deficiency. With supplementation and diet adjustments, her coordination returned within a few months. The energy equation. Why seniors feel tired in the legs. Ever hear someone say, "My legs just don't have energy anymore"? This isn't always about the legs themselves. Sometimes, it's a lack of cellular energy production. Your cells need B vitamins, coenzyme Q10, and iron to produce energy. Without them, you might feel like your legs are filled with sand. And guess what? The average senior's diet often lacks these micronutrients. When Harold added iron-rich foods, leafy greens, and healthy fats to his diet, he told me, "It's like someone plugged me back in." The mind-muscle connection. Confidence starts in the kitchen. Believe it or not, what you eat also affects your confidence in moving. When you're nourished, your brain signals, nerves, and muscles work together seamlessly. When you're not, your brain may hesitate, sending fewer signals. Hesitating to commit to movement. This leads to slower steps, shuffling, and instability. Harold once told me, "I used to walk like I knew where I was going. Now, I walk like I'm not sure the ground is there. After 3 months of nutritional support and gentle exercise. That change. 3 common eating mistakes that weaken senior legs. Let's end this section by identifying the top mistakes I see. Skipping protein at breakfast. Starting your day with only carbs or caffeine sets you up for muscle breakdown. Add eggs, Greek yogurt, or nut butter instead. Not drinking enough water. Dehydration leads to muscle cramps, fatigue, and impaired circulation. Relying on soft or easy foods only, while soups and toast are easy to eat. They're often low in nutrients. Make sure you're still chewing your food. Fruits, cooked vegetables, and lean meats all count. In summary, weak legs in older age aren't just a matter of getting old. They're a matter of what you feed your body. Your legs remember every walk, every hill climbed, every dance step. They also remember every missed meal and nutrient you never knew you needed. Start today, not with a supplement bottle, but with a balanced plate. In the next part of this series, we'll talk about exactly which foods to choose to restore your leg strength, fight cramps, and feel confident on your feet again. Because trust me, Harold isn't the only one who got his legs back. And you can, too. Part 2 to 7 foods that keep your legs strong, flexible, and cramp-free. Simple staples that work like natural medicine. Let me start with a story. Walter was a 72-year-old retired carpenter I met a few years ago. A strong man in his day. He used to build entire homes with his bare hands. But when I met him, Walter could barely walk across his living room without wincing. His legs cramped up every night, especially around 2 or 3 a.m. And he would often be awake until sunrise rubbing them and stretching in vain. I thought it was just old age, he said, but no one told me I could fight it. That's when we started looking at his diet. And let me tell you something I've seen time and again, sometimes the smallest changes can lead to the biggest relief. In this chapter, I'm going to walk you through 7 specific foods that I have seen work like natural medicine for seniors dealing with weak, cramping, or aching legs. These aren't exotic superfoods you'll have to hunt down in specialty stores. They're simple, everyday items, some of which may already be in your pantry or fridge. 1. Spinach, nature's magnesium powerhouse. When you're dealing with leg cramps, especially those that wake you in the middle of the night, magnesium is one of the first things we look at. Magnesium helps regulate muscle and nerve function. When you're low, your legs may twitch, cramp, or feel heavy. Spinach is one of the richest natural sources of magnesium, but it also provides potassium, calcium, and vitamin K, a cocktail of nutrients that helps muscles contract and relax properly. Tip for seniors: lightly steam spinach or toss it in soups. Pair with a little olive oil for better nutrient absorption. Real story: Gloria, a 69-year-old ballroom dancer, added a spinach salad to her lunch every day. Within 3 weeks, her nightly calf cramps reduced by half. 2. Pumpkin seeds, the tiny seed with mighty benefits. 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds contains nearly 40% of your daily magnesium needs. They're also rich in zinc and omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation in joints and muscles. What makes them perfect for seniors is that they're shelf-stable, easy to sprinkle on oatmeal or yogurt, and can be eaten as a snack. Tip for seniors: try blending them into smoothies or crushing them over roasted vegetables. Real story: Tom, 75, always carried salted peanuts to munch on. I suggested switching to roasted pumpkin seeds. They actually helped me sleep better too. He told me later. That's no surprise. Magnesium also supports better rest. 3. Greek yogurt, more than just a snack. Greek yogurt is a triple threat: high in protein, rich in calcium, and full of probiotics. Protein is essential for maintaining muscle mass in aging legs, and calcium supports bone density. But there's more. Studies have shown that seniors who eat probiotic-rich foods have less inflammation and better nutrient absorption overall. Tip for seniors: choose plain Greek yogurt without added sugars. Add your own fruit, nuts, or a drizzle of honey. Real story: Martha, 80, hadn't eaten yogurt in years. We added a small cup of Greek yogurt with berries to her breakfast routine. 3 months later, her doctor noted stronger quadriceps and improved balance. 4. Salmon, the omega-3 superfish. Omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon help reduce chronic inflammation, a key factor behind stiff joints and aching muscles. Salmon is also high in vitamin D and protein, both of which help maintain muscle strength and reduce the risk of falls. Tip for seniors: baked or grilled salmon twice a week is enough. For convenience, canned wild salmon is also an option. Real story: Harold, 77, had difficulty standing after sitting too long. He began eating salmon with dinner twice a week and reported greater ease getting up from chairs and climbing stairs within a month. 5. Sweet potatoes, the potassium-rich root. Sweet potatoes offer a gentle way to get a significant dose of potassium, a key mineral that works with sodium to keep your muscles functioning properly and avoid cramps. They're also high in fiber, vitamin A and antioxidants, great for overall health. Tip for seniors: roast sweet potatoes with a pinch of cinnamon. They're a delicious side that keeps blood sugar stable and legs strong. Real story: Alice, 68, who had diabetes, struggled with tingling in her legs. After switching from white rice to baked sweet potatoes twice a week, her circulation improved, and her legs didn't feel as cold at night. 6. Bananas, nature's energy stick. There's a reason athletes grab bananas before games: potassium, magnesium, and quick digesting carbohydrates. For seniors, bananas help prevent leg cramps, especially when paired with hydration. Tip for seniors: eat half a banana before your daily walk or before bedtime. Avoid overripe ones if blood sugar is a concern. Real story: Fred, 73, kept waking with foot cramps. I asked him to eat a banana and drink a glass of water an hour before bed. Within a week, his cramps were nearly gone. 7. Tart cherry juice, the natural sleep and recovery tonic. Tart cherries contain melatonin and anti-inflammatory compounds. That makes their juice a powerful nighttime ally for seniors with sleep issues and leg pain. Multiple studies show that tart cherry juice reduces muscle soreness and improves sleep quality. For those who walk, garden, or remain active, it aids recovery. Tip for seniors: drink 1/2 cup of 100% tart cherry juice, unsweetened, about an hour before bed. Real story: Dolores, 70, was skeptical, but after 2 weeks of her cherry juice routine, she said, "I sleep deeper, and my knees don't hurt when I get out of bed anymore." Final thoughts on part 2. There's no magic bullet, but there is magic in consistency. By including these 7 foods regularly, many of my senior patients have experienced noticeable improvements in leg strength, flexibility, and nighttime comfort. Remember, it's not about eating everything every day, it's about adding thoughtfully and regularly. If I could give you just one piece of advice, it's this: let your plate become your partner in aging well. In the next part, we'll look at real-life routines, how to fit these foods into a simple day's meal, what to avoid, and how to make it all sustainable even if you live alone or don't enjoy cooking. Let's keep walking this path together, one healing bite at a time. Part 3. Putting it all together, real stories, real routines, a practical plan for stronger legs after 60. After all these years in medical practice, one truth has become clear to me: change doesn't come from knowledge alone. It comes from seeing how real people live, adjust, stumble, and rise again. And that's what this part is about, not just the nutrients or the science, but the stories of men and women like you who made simple, powerful shifts in their daily habits to reclaim their strength. Step by step, a day in the life. Leg-healthy routines that stick. Let me introduce you to Walter, a retired carpenter from Ohio. At 72, he came into my clinic leaning heavily on a cane. His biggest complaint? His legs felt like rubber by late afternoon. "I used to carry wood up a hill with no problem," he said, shaking his head. "Now I can't carry a bag of groceries." We didn't start with medications. We started with his kitchen. We built a daily plan for Walter that looked something like this. Morning: warm water with lemon and a teaspoon of chia seeds to wake up the system and get fiber in early. A breakfast of Greek yogurt, half a banana, and a few walnuts. A 10-minute stretch in the sunlight. Barefoot on his porch, vitamin D boost and circulation kickstart. Midday: grilled salmon on leafy greens with olive oil and pumpkin seeds. A baked sweet potato with a dash of cinnamon. Short 15-minute walk around the block. Evening. Stir-fried spinach with garlic and tofu. A warm glass of tart cherry juice before bed. Legs elevated while watching the evening news. Followed by 5 minutes of ankle rotations and calf raises. Walter wasn't just eating better, he was moving more, sleeping deeper, and gradually finding that his legs didn't give out on him anymore. 3 months in, the cane was in the corner collecting dust. The power pairings that make a difference. Nutrition isn't just about what you eat. It's about how you eat it. One of the biggest secrets I share with my older patients is about nutrient synergy. That means combining foods so they work together. Leafy greens plus healthy fats. Spinach is rich in vitamin K and magnesium. But your body absorbs those nutrients better with olive oil or avocado. Eggs plus tomatoes. The healthy fats in yolks help your body pull more lycopene, a powerful antioxidant, from tomatoes. Tart cherry plus protein. Drinking tart cherry juice an hour after your evening protein meal helps with recovery and sleep thanks to its natural melatonin. These little tweaks sound small, but they amplify the effects of your food like a well-tuned orchestra. Common pitfalls to avoid. Now, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't also warn you about the habits that work against leg health. Here are a few I see too often. Skipping meals. When blood sugar dips. Muscles weaken. Your legs need consistent energy to function properly. Too much sodium. Processed foods can sneak in loads of salt, which stiffens arteries and worsens circulation. Sugary, comfort foods. These create inflammation and rob your muscles of the nutrients they need to repair. Instead, I tell my patients to embrace what I call the golden plate rule: half your plate vegetables. A quarter lean protein. A quarter healthy starch like quinoa or sweet potato. Real voices. Real results. Gloria, age 68, was a former ballroom dancer whose leg cramps kept her from even walking to her mailbox. She told me, tearfully, "I just want to dance again." We made a few changes. Swapped her white bread and morning cereal for oatmeal with ground flax seeds and blueberries. Replaced her evening snack of cookies with Greek yogurt and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Added a turmeric latte to her evening ritual to calm inflammation. Within weeks, the cramps reduced. Within months, she joined a community center dance class. She said it best: it wasn't a miracle. It was a method. Your leg strengthening toolkit. Here's a simplified routine that many of my patients follow. Daily nutrition goals. 2 servings of leafy greens. 2 servings of potassium-rich foods, like banana, avocado, or sweet potato. 1 serving of oily fish or plant-based omega-3s. 1 serving of probiotic food, yogurt, kefir, or miso. Adequate hydration, at least 6 to 8 cups daily. Simple daily movements. Morning. 5 minutes of joint mobility stretches. Midday. Light walk or tai chi. Evening. Leg elevation and light ankle, calf movements. Final thoughts. You still have strength waiting inside you. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You don't need a celebrity trainer or an expensive supplement stack. What you do need is consistency, clarity, and belief. The human body, even after 60, 70, or 80 years, still knows how to heal. It still wants to be strong. With the right food, right routine, and the right mindset, your legs can carry you with dignity and joy for many more seasons to come. Healing isn't about going back to who you were. It's about becoming strong enough for who you still want to be. So go ahead, take that first step, into your kitchen, around your block, or simply into a better routine. Your legs will thank you.